Chingonas is proud to promote P&P events. Make sure to check them out.
Guys, welcome back to a brand new episode. This is your girl, Diana.
And this is your girl, Cyntia.
And this is Chingonas Talk About It, bitch. Why am I talking with my hands? Talking with my hands. It's okay.
It's an expressive episode.
Guys, welcome back to a brand new episode. Dude, I feel like se me está olvidando en español and shit.
See?
Like,
you need to go back to your ESL classes?
You know what? I was seeing on TikTok, like, they're made of memes and all that. Like, it really was like that.
Yeah, right?
It was a vibe. Like, it was
yeah.
like, you'd be surprised. Like,
I wouldn't know.
I don't know if I told you, but this summer.
Oh, yeah. Confiésame.
Oh, can't push an hour. I don't know, but if I told you guys, but this summer, one of my colleagues actually, I was used as his final paper, like test or to for his class, for his ESL class.
Wait, what do you mean?
So, like, you know, in education, you can get endorsements to like ESL or like special education, like something added to your like education career. So, like, if I would want to, I would go get my ESL endorsement. It's just like more things, like more kind of like mini degrees added to your portfolio.
It's like an educational BBL?
Basically, yeah. It's just like adjustments. So he needed someone that went to ESL, you know, their whole life or whatever, and partially in their life. And
that's a flex?
I don't know, but I got recorded. He recorded me and he wrote 7 pages about me. Neta, güey, neta.
Yo te conozco de chiquitito, mami. Yo no puedo escribir 7 pages about you.
No, en serio, porque his final was to interview someone that English was not their first language, obviously, and to see how that has played out in their life. I got him an A. I was like, you're welcome.
Oh, wow. I am very proud of you.
Thank you. And he just like, I told him about everything, dude. Like the restaurant life, everything, and how it was hard to like dealing with like very racist customers, living in a racist neighborhood. Y yo aquí de mensa se me sale el español, el inglés, el cursivo, todo. El cursivo,
mommy.
So even yesterday, like we were hanging out with the Pod fam. Shout out to the Pod fam.
Shout out.
Yes, I slept over.
We ate good.
Guys, we ate good. You know what? Let's take a moment in time to, guys, if you have not yet, please follow our Pod fam channel.
Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes.
Good things are coming. Make sure
Good
you guys
things.
are subscribed so you guys get the notification first that the Pod fam is fucking cooking up episodes left and right. Well, we're dropping every month, but
we still have some fun things for you guys to see.
And if you're not subscribed,
Listen.
you ain't gonna fucking see it.
Yeah, so fucking subscribe. The fuck.
Unless you're being metiches.
For real. So yesterday, I guess like what was reminding me is that we were talking to like people around that were speaking just Spanish, and I'm like, in my thing in my head, it takes me a minute to say the correct word. So it's like, yeah, me trabo, and it's like facts.
Pero te trabas in every language.
Por eso, no, I mean, overall, I creo que se me cruza todo. And I honestly feel like it's just, we've been programmed to do English that when we hit Spanish, it's like, it takes us a minute. We're like, oh, like, how do I say this correctly without sounding like a dumbass, you know, or like sounding like I'm programmed. You know what I'm saying? I think
for me, the hardest part.
Shout out to my sister who brought me a frappe.
Shut up. Is that a spider in my ceiling?
Oh, what the fuck?
I think so, right?
That's a spider. Don't look. Don't look.
It
won't come over here.
I'm not scared. It's coming over here.
Bitch. There's a big dumbass spider. You're killing a girl at your house.
Yeah.
Why is it dry like that? Like, why is it moving like that?
I don't know. Is it a spider? It's a 100 pies. I don't know. There's an insect crawling in my ceiling. Anyways, what was I fucking saying? Oh,
languages.
Yeah, I think when it comes to just speaking one, we're like looking at it like
the fucking Spider-Man's gonna come us and shit.
When it comes to speaking just one language in general, I think que yo me friso because my brain is like, don't worry, I got you. Like as a backup word always comes out. Sometimes it's not even the right fucking sentence.
And that's how I felt my exam.
Yeah.
I've been. Oh my god, I'm not even gonna talk about that shit. Fuck that. But yeah, so like I've been noticing, and I'm like, oh, like now that I'm back in school, I'm like, I call the parents, and I want to sound so professional and correct, and then they pause, and I'm like, ay, no me entendieron, ni yo misma me entendí. And then I'm like, oh, nomás la forma para el lonche. Ah, okay. You know, like,
yeah, that's what.
¿me puede dar el formulario de La
I can't.
cafetería para el año escolar. Like, they're just like, just tell me what it is, bro.
I'm
Like,
telling you.
Why are you being so difficult?
Mommy, I'm telling you. At work, I can't be fake. I'll be like, quiero su balance. I am not gonna fucking...
¿Quieres su balance o qué?
Yeah. And then they're like, mande? And I'm like, ¿quieres saber todo lo que tiene en el banco? Like, this
Yeah,
is...
right. Like,
I'm not gonna be like, ¿le gustaría saber el saldo de su cuenta bancaria?
that's
like,
what I'm saying, bro. And then sometimes I'm like, that's how I'm supposed to sound, I guess, at school. And then their parents look at me and I'm looking at them like, you didn't even get it right. Like, we're on the same boat.
Yeah.
And
like,
I'm like,
I didn't understand myself.
how would I tell my parents? Like, my parents, how would I simplify it for
Pero
them?
a veces sí te mamas de un poquito. Cuando
Wait,
hablas...
what did I say?
Cuando hablas con mom and dad, I'm like, what?
You know what? I mixed the fuck out of it.
You like
I
you,
mixed the shit out of all
the
the
sentence
languages.
is so simple, and you're like, you extended it, and then like you talk really fast.
Oh my God, I think that's my problem.
So it's like,
¿Qué dijo?
dice que si quieren comer. Like, I'm like, what?
Dude, I know. I wish I talk like slower. And maybe I mean, if I like take my time right now and like
It's
talk.
coming.
Hell no. What
closer.
is that? That's a fucking siempre. I was looking.
You know
at
what? Excuse this moment. I interrupt this moment to see what the fuck is calling in my ceiling.
What is that?
Quiero informarles que arriba de mi techo,
Estúpida.
crawling, hay un 100 pies.
Ah, ese siempre.
Yeah, and it's like,
Güey, pero esos tienen veneno. Yo siempre.
sí. No, estúpida.
Yo siempre estaba
No,
pinche morrilla, me asustaba. No, que siempre te va a picar y te vas a morir la de.
Bitch, te asusté con lengua, bro. And you stop eating it.
Yeah, bro.
My fat ass, right?
Tacos de lengua. I haven't heard you eat tacos de lengua.
Yeah.
When?
I eat tacos de lengua, like Monday.
¿A poco, Cynthia?
Sí, Diana, me trajo mi esposo tacos de lengua de la Zacatacos.
Oh, damn.
And I gave, Dad came Wednesday and I ordered him,
Nachos.
I ordered him
I already
2
know what
tacos.
happened. Don't even worry about it.
Mom told you?
Yeah, don't even worry about it. My fucking dad, bro.
Yeah,
I wish I could tag my dad every time we talk shit about him. Dad, shout out to my dad.
Shout out to my pops. My dad is something else.
He really is.
Yeah. Anyways, see you never. Yeah, I ordered my dad taco de lengua y un taco del pastor. Or no, taco de tripas.
Órale, shout out taco Zacatacos.
Yeah, shout out Zacatacos all the time and every time in Bridgeview.
Bridgeview, Illinois. You already know what's up. ¿Le gustó?
Not sponsored.
No, at all.
No.
Did dad like it?
Yeah. He said it was alright.
Finished
but
elevated?
These were not from Zacatacos, by the way. These were from a taco spot by my house.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Addie's favorite, right?
Yeah. Luis got me the tacos de lengua from Zacatacos, but the Zacatacos by our house in Harlem and Pershing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got you. Guys, I hope everyone's doing well.
This is not a food episode.
It's not a food episode, but if you want a food episode, go to PodFam channel. Guys, I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's enjoying. Today is Labor Day. Officially the last day of summer. Like, I hope everyone had a great summer. I know I did. Thank God. Damn, I had a burp and shit.
For real.
I hope everyone's relaxing. I hope everyone's like
Enjoying.
enjoying. Yeah, like getting stuff ready for winter. I was gonna say winter because we're in Chicago. Because we have fall for like 2 days.
Yeah.
For real, like for real. But I just wanted to see like what's going on, everybody. Like, what are you guys doing? Like, what are you guys like fall plans? Like, where we at? September or October? Nini makes fun of me because I say October. Porque ya no, right, like ya noviembre ya le califica como winter o qué pedo.
I think the last week of October usually is
Like ya
winter.
valía madre, right? Yeah. So, like, what are you guys' plans? Like, talk to us. Like, message us. Like, what are you guys doing? Like, what's the fall vibes?
Pumpkin patches.
Are you guys
and
already
flannels.
Yeah, are you guys already decorating for Halloween? I've been seeing a bunch of like people like already decorating
Hobby Lobby?
on TikTok, like Halloween people. At CVS, the candy's already up. So let me know.
There's people that go hard for Halloweeny.
Yeah.
Comadre.
Paola Garcia.
She showed us her kid, bro.
I'm scared.
Yeah, you told her.
I'm like, put her key, please. I feel uncomfortable right now. But yeah, people are really into Halloween and all that shit. So like maybe people are waiting. Like they're like, oh, over summer. Especially if you do live in a very hot state. For us, it's like, ay, calorcito.
4 días al año estuvo caliente en shit.
For real. And we were freaking out. We didn't know how to act. ¿Están ya decorando para Halloween o qué pedo? ¿Ustedes creen en Halloween? No me pasó nada. Message us. I want to know what you guys are doing. I started cleaning the shit out of my like closet. I will not be dropping off at the ranch. I will be donating it like to someone else.
You know what? I need to do that because I always wear the same 3 shirts to work.
I'm telling you, bro.
Like never mind.
Yes.
I was gonna say the customers are gonna be like, bitch, you need a raise. You need to buff.
Well. We heard
There's a Ross right here, bro. Go visit it.
they're like everywhere. But yeah, I was wondering because I started cleaning. So I was like, I wonder if people are like, ya se acabó. Guarda tus pinches chores que te pusiste el pinche verano en shit. Lo único que te quedaron.
Y se marchó.
Y ya ponte los pinches leggings. Ya sacan los leggings and shit.
Y las boots.
Yeah. And, my little sister was like, oh, I have to buy Ugg boots already. And I'm like,
Cállate los seco.
Ya regresó el invierno. But like shit like that, the people that do live in the Midwest have to worry about.
Yeah.
You know, like
a jacket, but then a winter jacket too.
Like I recently went to LA and I'm like, dude,
Bro, you came back yesterday, bro.
like they don't like. I mean, they wear like jackets and it's like, oh, está frío para ellos. And I'm like, oh my,
really? Like this weather?
Like yeah,
a little
like,
colder.
No, like ya en la tardecita, ya en la noche, pues sí se ponen like, I guess for them it's like colder. Fresquecito. And then for us it's just like, nah, pues it's still summer, dude. Like,
yeah, dude.
Like they were wearing their fucking like leather jackets already and shit, or like their fucking
I need to buy a new leather jacket.
Their jean jackets, and I'm like, but why? It's 60, you know? You know what I'm saying? Like, es que cada quien sufre diferentes estados, bro. I swear.
That's true. I think obviously te acoplas.
El 100 pies sigue noticias de último momento.
Sigue traveling.
El 100 pies si llegara aquí donde estoy yo voy a correr por mi vida. Yo me quiero misma de correr. Yo me voy a proteger, ¿ok, Cynthia?
No te hace nada.
You don't know that.
No pasa nada.
You don't know that. But we did not want to leave summer without talking about dun 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 dun. What do we want to talk about?
I'm so sorry. I was trying to turn it off.
You're tweaking and shit. You like it. I'm freaking out because I fucking CPS. But anyways, we couldn't leave summer without talking about Julisa's quinceañera. The quinceañera planning, the quinceañera fucking the whole event, how it went down. I even told Cynthia, I'm like, dude, take notes. Like,
are you gonna insert pictures?
If you allow me to.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you want right here?
The picture with the Dorado.
Stupid ass. Shout out to Dorado. Okay.
Shout out to Dorado.
We'll get into that right now. But I was telling them like take notes and shit. Like I have it. I have everything memorized. I'm like I
remember.
It's been a while. But a lot has happened that we wanted to take a full hour and shit. No.
A
recap fully about what went down in Julisa's quinceañera.
Even though we kind of like through the whole planning process, you guys were a part of it. Here and there through ¿cómo se dice? Updates, basically.
Yeah. Like, ya no vamos a hablar de la quinceañera. Bueno, esa es la última vez.
Mami,
la última vez. ¡Cynthia!
¡Cállate los hocico!
Güey, si lo veo al pinche siempre aquí.
¡Cállate los hocico!
Tengo miedo. Cynthia.
Bro, you're gonna be okay, bro.
I'm a liability in this fucking house, bro.
Look at the camera.
Can't focus.
Okay.
Let's start with. What do you want to start with, mom? Mom? Quinceañera mom?
Am I being interviewed right now? Oh my god. Me siento famosilla.
¿Y cómo te fue, Cynthia?
Let's start with when did we start planning the quinceañera?
Yeah, when did you fucking start planning, Cynthia?
We decided we were going to have a quinceañera for Jalissa. Her friends call her Jalissa. When she turned 14, I asked her if she wanted a quinceañera, she wanted a car. Like, I feel like that's the dreaded question. Like, every fucking parent asks.
¿Vas a querer carro o vas a querer quinceañera?
O no te dan opción.
O trip.
Yeah, that too.
O tampoco no te dan opción.
No te dan opción and you get a quinceañera. Like, it doesn't matter.
A huevo.
Like, the tias weren't gonna fucking turn up and that's it. No questions asked. Us are the tias.
We are the problem.
So I asked her, she said she wanted a quinceañera. A lot of shit went down in my house. I started working. I started working after we had already talked about quinceañera planning. And it was a hard moment in my life.
She's strong. She's strong.
No, a lot of things happened in my household. Economically, it was a little bumpy road, but I stuck through my word because I felt like Julissa really wanted this. If not, she would have told me like, oh, whatever, it doesn't matter, or I don't care, or just a party with my friends in the house. So she really had the vision for the quinceañera, and I felt like as my first-born daughter, I had to do that for her.
Okay.
Not because like it was forced on me, but more like I feel like she wanted it. I had promised her that we were gonna do it. Very simple, and I feel like I had to put my money where my word was.
You just
Put
have
your money
to
where your
keep
word
your
is.
word or what you had promised Julissa.
Yeah. So then, turning 14 actually is when we started more serious planning, and we talked about where it was going to be, and we told her that there was no way possible that we would be able to afford a quinceañera in the United States.
Okay.
Since day one, we said we did not want no padrinos whatsoever.
Okay.
So then,
what was your reasoning behind that? Like, what the fuck?
I didn't want padrinos because I feel like nobody knows what other people are struggling with or going through, their financial situations. And even if it's $20, it could throw your whole month economically off. I didn't want to put a burden on anyone, even though I had a lot of people, and I'm so grateful. Thank you. I appreciate it.
We'll mention people later.
Who offered to help, who offered to like be padrinos of things or stuff like that. And I didn't want to. I was like, me and Luis, we were both, no, we're not going to have any padrinos whatsoever. And we thought we were going to do it in Mexico. So we thought like, okay, if she's going to have like a whole church and everything, it's going to be the way we did our wedding, where it's like, they're not really padrinos. We're buying everything, but they're like, nos están acompañando, and they're like, they present the things to Julissa.
Yeah.
That's how we were planning to go with it. We planned for the quinceañera in Mexico, throughout the whole plan of events.
That was a location.
Yeah, and it wasn't until mid-February, probably early March, that we canceled it. We decided to not pull through with the idea of going to Zacatecas because Zacatecas was, a little fucking...
It was hot.
Yeah. It was dangerous.
Flames.
It was dangerous, and I didn't want to put family and friends through that, where it's like...
That worry.
Yeah, I don't know if, if anything would happen, but I didn't want it to be like, oh, fuimos a la quinceañera y nos pasó esto, or whatever the reasoning is. That was in the back of my head, but mainly it was mom and dad. I'm sorry, tengo gripa todavía.
I forgot about that.
It was mom and dad couldn't find a babysitter for their animals, and mom told me, you know what, if you do the quinceañera in Mexico, most likely it's either going to be your dad going and I stay taking care of the animals, or your dad's going to stay and take care of the animals. And then like fucking my cables stuck together, and I was like,
hold on.
Wait a minute. Like, why would I do the quinceañera without my parents?
Yeah.
It didn't make any sense whatsoever. A lot of the people that I was telling them that I was going to do the quinceañera in Mexico, they were like, ¿por qué? And like,
¿Por qué en México?
Yeah.
¿Por qué no?
No, it's just like, it's like, oh, like, it's not common. Like, we're not the type of people to go to Atolinga every year.
Yeah.
So then, update. Diana made me kill the Cympias.
I don't know. The Cympias was too close to my comfort zone, and I could not. Tenía miedo. De la verga, Cyntia.
Oh, wait, right there.
R.I.P.
All right. Actually, no. That's
Did it
disturbing.
Does the Cympias have 100 lives?
I didn't count them. You're stupid. So yeah, people were telling me, R.I.P. the Cympias.
That's true.
People were telling me, oh, you're going to do Atolinga? Why? And I'm like, my dad. My dad does that all the time. Okay, so
why not?
Yeah.
The windy faces.
Right, Wendy faces.
Windy face.
So I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I guess I'll do it here.
Yeah.
No, so then we decide we're gonna do it here. I get home from work and I talk to Julissa. I'm like, babe, how do you feel about a quinceañera here? And she's like, I would love it. Like, my friends are gonna be able to come. I'm gonna have so much fun. I'm down for it. And I was like, but we're not gonna go to Mexico anymore. And she was cool with it. She was cool with the idea. I talked to Louis. Obviously, I talked to my mom. And then I got into flash planning into Chicago now. I had to think about a place.
Not Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, but I was just like in general.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, staying local. And I had to find a place and call the person and see if the place was available.
Yeah.
Thank God we have a lot of loving and helpful people in our life. So I called a family friend that owns a rancho in New Lenox. Mm-hmm. Shout out to La Familia Vargas.
Shout out. I think at the end you just give a big list, bro.
Yeah,
You were that.
So I called them and I asked them if they were okay with me doing Julissa's quinceañera in their rancho.
Yeah.
And no, they gusta okay.
No, I was looking at it, like, what's this?
And obviously they were very, very, very helpful right away. Like, they're like, we don't even have to talk about it, but like, I'll let you know. Count with our house.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, thank you.
Like, that was like
because
solution.
we're talking about marzo, abril, mayo, junio, julio, agosto, 5 months.
Realistically, like, for a venue, like, even if it's like a rancho style, whatever venue, like, those are booked over a year.
Yeah. So then aseguré el lugar.
Yep.
Aseguré el lugar once La Familia Vargas got back to me and they told me, yes, we're down to have your daughter's quinceañera here. Then I started with contacting
your guests.
No.
Well, you had to tell some people because some people had already bought their tickets too.
Oh, that I did the same day, bro. That I did the same day.
Porque some people were like, oh, why isn't this person here? Why isn't,
Yeah.
And it's like, because Cynthia had already told them that they was going to be in Mexico.
Cynthia didn't invite them.
They weren't invited. So they act on it as everyone should with flights, and they booked it.
Yeah.
Which is, it all worked out perfectly for both ends.
Yeah. So the same day that I changed the location, I called the people that were already interested in going to Atolinga that I knew had bought their tickets, and I was like, I'm so sorry, but dijo mi mamá que siempre no.
Dijo mi mamá que ya no.
Entonces, we changed it. Obviously, I talked to them. They said they were going to figure it out, and we continue with the planning. Me and Julissa really sat down. This quinceañera, like, I don't know how many times I'm going to say this throughout the whole quinceañera update video segment, whatever it is called.
Right?
But this quinceañera was done 99% how Julissa wanted it.
Okay.
Al
gusto de la quinceañera.
Let me say this again.
La fiesta.
Let me say this again.
Look at the camera, Cynthia.
This quinceañera was done 99% how Julissa wanted it. I sat down with Julissa. We talked about music and who she wanted to play. She had a list of artistas.
Grupos locales in Chicago.
Grupos locales de Chicago that she wanted. She wanted Secta. She wanted Dorado. And she wanted Conjunto Sar. Those are the 3 that she gave me.
Okay.
Shout out to AMG family.
Shout out to AMG family. And Secta.
And Secta. Secta, I had a conversation with her and I told her, you know what, Secta isn't, to me, so much like a quinceañera. Like, it's like a side band if we could again afford 900 bands at a party.
Yeah.
But as you're as your like La Banda de la Noche,
Yeah.
I felt like it wasn't gonna click.
It wasn't the right setting for it.
Yeah, it wasn't. Not that they're not family oriented, because Manny and his whole family.
Pero eso es para privadas, para desmadre.
That's what I think. Me personally, we love secta. Julissa, number one, she loves secta. But I didn't feel like it was like the vibe for an all family type of event.
Yeah.
Group. Me personally. I did message Manny. I asked him because I was thinking, maybe I could get secta just a couple hours, and then please her, like her first choice in a way. I went with my second choice that she gave me, which was Dorado. I spoke to AMG, and they said that they had a contract pending with Dorado, pero que a lo mejor no se hacía. To give them a few days, and they were going to sort it out. And Juanito contacted me, and he said, you know what, we're available. So then I didn't even inquire about Conjunto SAR.
Yeah.
Because we love Dorado here.
Shout out Dorado.
Luis was fucking over the moon.
Now I put the Dorado picture here.
Yeah.
Right here.
Luis was over the moon that we're going to fucking have Lelo.
Of course. I think my dad too.
And I'm just kidding. Like Dorado show overall, but like Luis, I don't know. He's obsessed.
That's my boy Lelo.
Yeah. And
you know.
And then we went ahead with contratos and all of that.
The DJ.
Oh, okay. And then the DJ. I also knew, obviously, I needed to get sonido from AMG. Not necessarily that I had to, but they asked me, like, do you have someone that's going to get your sonido? And I'm like, hey, you guys.
Are you?
I have you guys. And I asked about a DJ. I was going for Jesse because I was more familiar with Jesse.
Yes.
I had heard Whopper here and there. It was mostly at Fest, but it was more like, I know Jesse. Like, I've talked to Jesse. I follow Jesse everywhere.
Seen her at Fest.
Yeah, entonces I asked for Jesse, and we pulled through with Jesse. And then Carlos, he calls me and tells me that he hadn't seen Jesse's calendar, and Jesse was booked.
Okay.
So we changed it to Whopper. Just kidding.
My God, Whopper.
We changed it to Whopper, and like I feel like me and Whopper fucking clicked, bro.
Yeah.
I gave Whopper hell.
Yeah.
Dice que no, pero gracias.
Shout out to Whopper. I think he met Chingonas for the first time. I think both of us at the quinceañera. And right away he was like, he was a mood. He was like, you're weird. And I'm like, you're fucking weird too. Like, what the fuck? And that's it. We're friends now.
Yeah,
we're all friends.
We are. Shout out to fucking Whopper. He fucking pulled through this whole planning because okay. Anyways, we get the music. We're gonna get to details about everything in a few. We get the music. And then we think about misa. Are we going to have misa or not? And I asked Julissa, I was like, are you going to be having a misa? And she's like, no, I don't want a misa here. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But you're going to have a blessing.
Yeah.
And we got the padre. My mom talked to the padre. Shout out to Padre Andres.
Saludos al Padre Andrés. Aquí andamos.
We talked to him. My mom talked to him. And like he's like, you know what? Speak to me later on into the thing.
She booked them like
in advance. Pero he didn't have the calendar for that month, so he couldn't be like, yes, I'm gonna do it because una ceremonia de 15 años afuera de la iglesia is not necessarily a misa, obviously. So it's not like he could stop a full blown misa for a blessing. That was the difference. Okay, we go ahead. We're pending with the padre, but we already mentioned it to him. We continue everything, planning, buying a dress, which was very easy. We weren't necessarily going to buy a dress, and then she picked it, and I'm like, yes, honey. Like, do your thing.
Slay.
Yeah, do your thing.
Slay, mama.
She picked her dress. She picked burgundy. I felt like that was her color.
For her skin tone.
For her skin tone. Yeah. I feel like my baby looked beautiful. But I mean, I'm biased.
Insert picture.
Yeah, insert picture here. Okay.
Just so I know.
It wasn't until I started having to pick the details for the invitations, which the invitations I had already, ya las había mandado a hacer because Julissa saw them on TikTok.
Yeah.
They were passport invitations, and the
Can I put the
actual,
picture here?
yeah, the actual. Do you have one?
Yeah.
The actual invitation was a boarding pass, and the cover was a passport. So then it was perfect for our Mexico destination quinceañera. But it was already paid. Everything was already paid for, and I ordered them from Monterrey. So then I called the lady panicking, and I'm like, señora, wait. And then she told me, she's like, mañana voy a imprimirlas ya. And I was like, ahorita le mando todos los detalles. So I sent her everything. And in that, I had an address for the venue that wasn't it. Like, I know how to get there because I've gone there my whole life.
Right.
But I didn't know the physical address. So, like, I sent her, like, the address that I had, which wasn't the right address.
¿Era el vecino? Okay.
Era el vecino.
I'm dead, bro.
Era el vecino. Saludos si le dejaron regalos al vecino.
Oh my God, saludos.
Yeah. So then las invitaciones get printed, get mailed out. I noticed the error on the list. I didn't panic because I had inserted a little tarjetita for the parking, which a lot of people were confused too, thinking that the church was in the parking. But no, the blessing was in the actual rancho too. ¿Qué más te puedo platicar? Dice mi papá.
It works different because when you're in the suburbs, like, things are more, like, together. Like, so the parking lot was next to the venue, and we were allowed to use the parking lot so people didn't park to block people from the driveway through the ranch. So the invitations are done. You get them fixed, right? And you only have a few invitations, right?
Yeah,
like,
because
you only...
that's another thing. Like, not everybody got an invitation, and shout out to the people that respected that, because it's like a lot of people would have been bitching at me, or been like a little thrown off by it, or been sentidos, been like, oh, I didn't get an invitation. But like, have in mind, this was
Cyntia culera.
Yeah, have in mind, this is like, this was backup for me. Because I had already paid and ordered the invitations, y las ordené con tiempo because I needed them by a certain time. I had counted how many people from Mexico.
Right.
And it's like, it's not the same thing because it's only a few families that are really, like, gonna make the trip.
Yeah.
So then I didn't have a lot of invitations. There was no way that I could be like, ay, me agregas unas 100 más, you know? Like, no, dude, like, what the fuck, you think I only work for you type of thing? Que me fueran diciendo, like, on some Cynthia's Creations type of shit. So I just went with the flow. A lot of people just got picture invitations.
Mm-hmm.
I think close family.
Yeah.
Close family and close friends are the ones that got a physical invitation.
Yeah.
And like, honestly, once again, shout out to everybody that didn't bitch about not getting an invitation, because it was not purposely done. It wasn't like, ay, te estoy invitando a huevo, I'm gonna fucking shoot you a message for the invitation. And I guess, like, Cynthia's Creations and me could have made a online invite, but it was just like, it was a lot of planning, and it was me and Julissa planning on our own. I didn't involve anybody at all.
I know. Not even me.
No, I try not to bother anybody because you guys are all busy with your own personal things.
They were asking me, like, day and shit. Like, people were asking me, like, oh, how's your planning for this? Yeah. Like, I have no idea, because Cynthia and Julissa are doing it. Like, I'm not, if Cynthia asks for my help, which is not, I'm like, I'll butt in. But if not, I'm like, I don't want to know. Mm-hmm. I want to be surprised. Yeah. I'll help them when I can. And that's when, if you tell me to help. Yeah. And also, I think, like, I mean, a lot of my ideas got blocked off. I told Julissa, like, we're going to decorate this, and we're going to put this, and the table runner this. Absolutely not. She didn't want decorations. But wait, there's more.
She didn't want decorations. She didn't want table runners. The only thing she asked for were, like, fancy chairs. Yeah. And I was like, Mommy, the fancy chairs were $4 each. Absolutely not.
Estilo rancho, Mommy.
Yeah. So I was like, absolutely not. We had a list of people for $250. No, first it was like $290, and I brought it down to $250, which was like I've seen you in the past 2 years physically. You got invited.
Yeah.
That was my fucking thing. And if you can't, like, if you don't know my daughter's name,
You're not gonna go.
you're not gonna go.
Okay, so I think we jot down. I want to talk about the day of. So you have everything kind of ready, everything set. You have your vision of having.
¿Tú quieres que yo llore, verdad?
Pero quiero que la gente oiga cómo estuvo el pedo.
Okay. The day.
Todo está listo.
2 days before the quinceañera. Everything is being taken to New Lenox. Everything is being taken to New Lenox. Oh, ha ha ha, he he he. Everything is prepared. The grass is cut. La familia Vargas did an amazing job of cleaning out everything because this is going to be an outdoor quinceañera.
Yeah.
Cleaning out the ranch, making it look super, super nice for us. Truly, truly appreciate that. Day before the quinceañera, we get the tables, we get the chairs. The whole family pulls through and we go set up. Even my coworker, shout out to Victoria.
Shout out to Victoria. She did help us out a lot.
My coworker just randomly would show up to help us set up because she lives nearby and she knew I was going to be there. So she would just show up.
I think that was the first time that I even saw what you guys had been planning.
Yeah.
When we set up, like, I didn't know what was, like, in all these boxes. Like, I was just following directions and shit.
Yeah.
But we basically set up the night before.
The night before.
For an outdoor quinceañera.
Uh-huh.
Everything was set. Everything was organized to, come the day of. Just be put in their place where they belong, set up. And fucking it will be less hectic for us the day of.
The day of, because obviously who wants to be setting up the day of, who wants to be undusting chairs and cleaning off tables.
It's inside. It's inside. It's outside, guys. It's in a rancho. Have you guys ever been to an outdoor wedding or outdoor event, especially in estilo rancho? There's dirt. There's grass. There's dirt.
Yeah. So then
I said what I said.
We set up. And Saturday, August 5th comes. We're in hair and makeup. And it doesn't stop raining.
It is fucking raining.
Yeah. And this was in Cicero. And the whole month, I kept on looking at the weather. The whole fucking month. I think at work, it says New Lenox weather still. I swear to God.
I swear to God, too.
And, and I'm looking, and it's like 20%, 5%, 10%, 1%, 3%. It's not going to rain.
It's not going to rain.
It's not going to rain. And then I ask everybody that are familiar with the area, like, okay, it's saying 20%. What do you think? No, it's not going to rain.
Oh, we know our area is not going to rain.
It's not gonna,
Trust me, it's not going to rain.
It's going to be a beautiful day. It's not going to rain. It's not going to rain.
Keep, organizing and fixing outside.
Yeah.
Come.
Stay with outside.
Stay with outside.
My thing was outside because we were prepared for outside. We weren't prepared for inside because they do have a bodega. And they were like, worst comes to worst, that's available for you guys to use. But that was worst comes to worst. It wasn't.
That was plan B.
Yeah.
We stuck and organized for plan A.
Yeah. So then we're fucking looking like dolls. Your insert picture of me and you here. We're looking A1. Shout out to, we're going to fucking shout out.
I'm going to tag everybody that was part of the quinceañera.
All the vendors.
All the vendors.
We are driving to New Lenox and I'm fucking mind blown.
Yeah.
That I'm driving in the fucking rain.
It's legit just raining at this point. And we're just like, everything that we did 24 hours ago. Not even. It was like, what? Was it 24 hours ago?
Like not even, but the
day
before.
Outside getting wet.
Yeah.
It's getting wet. Like we left everything organized to just like.
Para nada.
Para nada.
So we get there.
So I'm at this point I'm trying to keep my calm. I know my sister is like probably like, what the fuck? I think if I even poked you, I think you were just gonna start crying.
Yeah.
Because you were so stressed.
Yeah.
I was like, it's fine.
Yeah. And no pasa nada.
We'll dance in the rain.
Yeah.
We'll dance in the rain.
Dicen que es de buena suerte. We get there and Luis and my son, shout out to my son.
I think like that should be like top right now.
Yeah. My son fucking helped us like there was like his life depended on it.
I swear. Did you guys even like work lo recompensaron?
Eso estamos, mami.
Mami. Oh my God. My nephew put in so much fucking work.
I swear to God, it's like somebody told him like, if you do not help out for your sister's quinceañera, you're gonna die.
I swear.
Because he was like, it was fucking pouring. This boy's like dancing in the rain. Like he's like
Yeah.
grabbing chairs, moving them around,
shout out
like getting
to
soaked, full of mud.
Cuñado, the manager, and her son Giovanni, like they fucking put in so much work. Okay, we're at the day the quinceañera comes. We're literally coming back from hair and makeup. We're on our way to the ranch. It's fucking raining. I'm like, whatever, like a ver qué pasa. A ver qué pasa qué, güey. No, a ver qué vamos a hacer.
Yeah.
Llegando, my cuñado and my nephew are fucking soaked wet.
Because they were
So
trying to
wet.
dry off the tables and the chairs because it kept on saying that it was going to stop raining. That it was going to stop raining at what?
Should we sue like the weather channel?
We should.
Fucking
There was very
assholes.
stressful
Liars.
occasions.
Fucking liar.
So the weather keeps on saying that it's going to stop raining at 1. That it's going to stop raining at 2. Our event was set for 4 p.m. So at 2 p.m., the water, ¿cuál agua? Ya no iba a haber agua. So my husband and my son are cleaning off the water.
Everything.
Because it would drizzle.
Stop.
And then drizzle again and stop. So then
That's fucking playing with your feelings, bro.
Yeah.
That's hot and cold as fuck.
talk about a toxic relationship.
That's fucking. Oh my god. I think when we decided, I was part of the committee and shit. It's just like we just realized that it wasn't gonna stop raining.
Yeah.
It wasn't gonna stop raining, and we were.
But I kind of
waiting.
felt like disappointed, like fuck.
No, I know, but the thing is, like, we were already letting everything that I'm talking about recuerditos. I'm talking about plates. I'm talking about everything that was under like the little cochera that was just ready to be put in the right place the day of the party was getting wet,
Soaked.
We had 30 tables, 30 chairs.
30 tables, 30
No.
chairs. Hola.
What is it?
240.
240 that we needed to move from outside to inside.
30 round tables
30.
and 240 chairs that were already set up.
The mathing wasn't mathing right now, but that
And,
makes sense.
and think about this. We're in hair and makeup already.
Yeah.
Grabbing chairs, grabbing tables, fucking rolling them into which it was a good distance.
It was a little far.
It was a good distance.
It was a little far.
We're running in the fucking rain too.
I had a fucking umbrella, I think, for what?
For like 2 seconds, someone like I think you and Julie were grabbing an umbrella.
Because Cynthia had her hair like, first of all, like
Hollywood waves.
She had Hollywood waves. She had her extensions on. Like everything's nice and set. Water's hitting our hair. Like the por si I get it. The whole night we were gonna sway, ponle pa acá, pa allá. But this unnecessary water right now, we're just getting wet. Everything that they just work hard for right now.
That's it.
Like that shit going down the drain.
Thank you, see you never.
Yeah, so I was like, fuck. Like, so I saw an umbrella and I was trying to like put it under Cynthia while we were moving things.
But we had to move fast.
We had to move fast
because it was
the
like
people were coming.
Because
the people were coming.
it was like 2:30,
They're coming.
and we had to set up inside now.
Because you know how my mom had booked the padre, in which we were still like iffy about that he was gonna come or not, because primero se va a misa y luego ya qué pedo. He gave you a time slot
because
only
because he had mass that day at 7 p.m. and traffic from New Lenox to the church that
an hour and a half
that he belongs to was a good 2 hours, he said.
So I remember because you had confirmed with him like really like 2 days before the party, right? Yeah, like confirmado. So you're like, oh, can you please tell your friends that, and your suegra and like your close people, that the padre, the blessing's gonna be at a certain hour. So if they're there, they're there.
Yeah,
He had
to start at 4 exactly. So then we had no wiggle room.
No, we didn't.
Everybody was gonna be there like maybe 3:45, 3:30.
We had a good hour.
Yeah,
To just go.
because we had I told a lot of people like el padre va a empezar a las 4 because he has church. If you guys want to be part of the blessing, this is what's gonna go down. And we were just running. I remember just fucking grabbing a table with you and walking with it.
We
were walking with tables and chairs.
I think we had like that adrenalina in us that we didn't even give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
We were like, we need to set up because people are gonna come for the blessing that we had told them with time that they needed to be there on time because el padre se iba a ir.
And not only that,
I'm like, bro, we have an hour to get our shit together.
Not only that, these tables and chairs are wet.
They're fucking
So
wet.
Okay, that's fine. We're getting them inside. That's fine. Now we gotta dry them.
We have to dry them. Okay.
Set them up. Put a mantel. Put the centros de mesa.
Que están mojados and whatnot. Julissa was there. We had to go pick up her best friends. Julissa was not ready. There was no traditional my mom gets ready with me. There was no
pictures.
No pictures. It was like Julissa was and her friends. Shout out to her friends. We'll mention them later if they can. They literally like helped out until like fucking 10 minutes before, like, go get ready.
Yeah.
Like, go get ready, bro. Like, you're the main attraction of the night. Like, you need to be ready. Fuck us, right? So I think you left too. Cuñado and Giovanni are still putting in work. The people obviously that work at the ranch also are putting in work. Fucking we have Ariana putting in work. Like fucking we have a little 9-year-old fucking putting in work right now. You left to get ready too. And I think that's by that time mom got there.
People were getting there.
And
I'm seeing my guests grab chairs and like dry them out and set them up and help me put manteles.
Si no se hizo una tolinga, se hizo en un annex, pero legit, you were walking in there and you were grabbing a chair to sit down and you were drying it.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah. And I see...
Llegaron mantel and shit while you're at it.
I see people grabbing manteles. Like, my guests were grabbing manteles, grabbing the linen napkins, setting them up. I had little abanicos in the side. I had so many things planned out, like, como se iba a mirar la mesa.
So, let's see, you had the mirror. Mm-hmm. The mirror with Julissa's, like, so you take, like, a selfie, right? Yeah. To set up. You had...
The welcome sign.
The welcome sign. Well, obviously, welcome to Julissa's quinceañera. To set up
the memory table.
The memory table that we obviously did not know where to put it or where did you want it. Cynthia had already gone inside. By the time my mom got there and I was still there and we were just trying to like have everything presentable.
I got to a point where it's like I don't care.
I know.
I don't care.
We YOLO'd
like
it.
Friday night we were like 2 inches to the side, 4 inches to the side, the tables.
I think even Julissa got up on the balcony and she was like, let's see if they're angled correctly, the tables. What the fuck?
All that went to shit.
All that went to shit. So we're inside La Cochera, right? There's dirt. I mean, keep in mind,
it's sand.
It's sand on. Like these people practice with
their horses.
Their horses. Like it's a rancho. Like you know what I'm saying. Like it's not gonna be like super clean and everything. Like es un rancho. Se va a ensuciar la gente. Hay polvadera. Vámonos. So like we're literally putting everything that's wet from outside inside. We just act on impulse. Like I don't think I.
You've worked so fast.
I work so fast in my life.
It's working on the pressure.
Yes. People starting arriving, and I think we're just gonna name guests at the end that like legit helped out day of. And I think one of my friends, I don't know which one it was, but they were like, "You need to go change," and I was like, "Okay," because like I already know that you went to change, and I'm like, "I gotta go put on my dress too." So I'm thinking about it. It was just so fucking crazy.
Yeah. And
like we just went. I literally changed, came back out. Like, and I started seeing more people were drying out mesas, more people were putting everything where they like when they were asking me for my advice. I think that's when I was like the planner. I was like, Cynthia me había dicho que lo quería algo así, and I was like thinking about it, and then like the freaking like the blessing is starting, the padre is there, and I'm like, oh my god. And then I think mom like se lo ocurrió like to put like a table with the Virgen, statue there, and we literally were like, okay, let's just get to the blessing.
And then we'll figure it out.
We'll continue. Yeah, and the blessing was there, and it was very nice, very sweet. Some people did get there early, you know, to see the blessing because we had told them what time.
Louis almost passed out.
Oh my god! You saw what that, bro.
So my husband hadn't ate the whole morning, andaba madres, and I see I'm looking down while the blessing is happening, and Louis starts shaking. His knees start literally shaking, and I'm like, I look at him and I'm like, what happened? And he's like, I need a chair. I'm gonna pass out. And I'm trying to get your attention. And I'm like, Diana. And I'm like, give me something to drink.
I'm like standing there and just like being respectful, like what's going on. And I just see my cuñado and it's like, why do you look so pale?
Yeah. Like,
what's happening? And then like, I'm like, I ran to the bar. Another fucking story. And I'm like, okay, like I didn't see anything open but beer.
Yeah.
And I gave him like a little bit of beer, and then he's like, no, I want like Coke or something, like something to drink. And I'm just like, oh my god. So then I went back and I'm like, fucking Coca-Cola, like where are you? Like, And I think I opened one, or I don't know what the fuck I gave him, but
Yeah,
my man was going down.
Se le bajó la presión. I don't know how, why, but like he didn't fucking eat.
He was as pale as a sign right now.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, he's going to faint and we're not going to have a quinceañera because he's going to be in the hospital right now.
Yeah, I was like, I need a chair. Like, I knew I wasn't going to be able to hold him down.
Yeah.
So, they bring me a chair, and then somebody passes me a dulce. I think it was Tere. Shout out Tere. Mm-hmm. She's like, ten mija un dulce. And I gave him the candy, and he's like, oh, I feel better. And I'm like, bitch, you better. And then, but this is throughout the whole misa.
This is throughout the whole blessing.
Yeah. And the padre's like, do you want me to continue? And he's like, yeah, continue.
Painting and shit.
Yeah, painting.
Like, if you weren't there, you wouldn't believe the shit that happened.
Yeah, for real.
You guys only have the good parts.
And
that's because I remembered to record the good parts.
Yeah. And then, okay, so ya pasa la bendición. And then the actual party starts, and it's just like I'm still like trying to like comprehend everything that just happened in the past 2 hours, and I'm like, bro, this really happened.
I think the whole night, I think me and you were just like, especially you, because I was just trying to help you, because once we figured out like everything went to shits the night before, we were trying to figure out like, okay, how do we make what we had planned outside make it work inside. Because then the vendors started getting there, right? The 360, the photograph, the what's it called, the photo booth.
Yeah,
we're working with basically a caballeriza / cochera. Where do we locate these people that were set up to be outside somewhere?
Because I had already planned where I was gonna put who where
exactly,
and it's like, okay, like the 360 is gonna go here. The photo booth is going to go here because that person needs an outlet and Wi-Fi. This person doesn't need Wi-Fi or an outlet, so this person's going to be here.
The band's going to go here with the DJ because the DJ needs an outlet here. Outlet there.
El bailadero va a estar aquí. Like, that was my plan. I hadn't planned for an indoor
and
event.
We were organized and be like, oh, we're doing this con calma. You guys have obviously gone days before the ranch to see what was going on and how you're going to set up. Literally, like, the definition of going with the flow was Julisa's quinceañera. We were going with the flow.
Yeah.
Cyntia, obviously she's the mom of the quinceañera, so they have a planner. This is where DJ Whopper, I introduced myself to him because I'm the captain now. Like, I'm like in charge here now. Cynthia's handling her stuff. I'm trying to like see where stuff go. What she had told me stuff went. Keep in mind, I wasn't part of the planning committee. I was just the day of. So I go to Whopper, and Whopper has a itinerary
that I forgot to print out too, but thank God.
And he was just like, ugh, and I'm just like, ugh, and then he was like, who are you? And I'm like, I'm the quinceañera's niece. I mean, daughter. I'm the quinceañera's tia. Like, what's up? And he was like, all right. I'm like, perfect. Let's do this. So like, people were going to me like, how does Cynthia want this, or what time should we start this? And I'm like, right now, now. And then you would be like, tell him now. I'm like, okay. Like, I'm literally like, have you guys never seen the wedding planner? Like, I was her. I just didn't have a kit with me. I was her. So like, people were like, oh, Diana, ¿dónde va esto? Or Diana, ¿dónde ponemos esto? And I'm just like, there. And like, I don't fucking
Beautiful.
know.
I love it.
And I'm like, that's fine. Like, are we gonna name other people that helped us out then? Okay, cool. Because I'm just thinking like just things that happened.
You can mention it.
No, like,
so we don't forget.
At the end. And then, you know, Cynthia has an itinerary to follow, and the rain already fucked us basically up. Like, we're behind. It's not an outside quinceañera anymore. It's a fucking rancho, botas, hay polvo, hay caballos, hay vacas, hay chivos, miércoles ceniza in some corners. It's muddy outside. Las calles están enlodadas.
Yeah, it's still raining.
It's still raining. People are walking into the party con paraguas, like they're fucking like, oh, ¿por qué la entrada entran? You know, like trucks are pulling up. Like, we had a fucking whole narco party without having a whole narco party for.
Shout out to Dorado Show.
So like, you know, like we had to just make it fucking work. Yeah. And then like how organized my sister is. My sister put a bunch of things in the containers. And this and that. And I didn't know what was going on. I knew we had to take stuff out. I just didn't know where we had to place it. And how to go about it, because my mind was outside, not inside. So, for instance, I think you should talk about what didn't happen.
Okay.
So what didn't happen that you had planned?
Months in advance, I put a Facebook post asking for a bartender.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were messaging me, and I just I inquired with the best one I saw.
Facts.
And I booked the person, and the person never showed up.
Okay, so
And that threw me off like 60% more. Because I was like, now who's going to take care of the bar?
it is raining. The bar was set up to be
In a traila.
In a traila. Estilo rancho, obviously, right? Like a little rancho theme. It's a walk. You have to obviously get out of your seat to go get your fucking drink. But it was raining, so now I was like, are we gonna make people do that walk all the way over there? And then the owners of the ranch and people that work there,
They're absolutely not.
they're like, no, we're gonna move this fucking traila right now. Yeah. And I'm like, holy shit, this is really moving. The bar is moving closer to the party now that's happening inside.
Yeah.
Everything basically was ready. You know, shout out to my cuñado. Cynthia had everything ready. He made everything, to the team. But the bartender was supposed to be there. And I felt some type of way too, because I was just like, So I was like, my sister had someone fucking, like the day, like come. It was talked about it. It wasn't like a day of. It had been discussed. We were already running around, whatever. I was like, okay, where's the bartender? I even asked you. I was like, they couldn't at least say.
No,
you know what?
Even
I
Cynthia's
can't make
Creations
it.
was in it. Like I
can't make it.
I inquired with this person, and I told the person, I was like, oh, give me your Cash App, your Venmo, and everything, so that to make sure you're getting paid. I
was hyped about it. I mentioned it to my close friends. Like they were hyped about it.
I made a whole tip jar, te digo, con todos sus credentials, con toda su information.
Like we were invested here. So keep in mind, like we're running around like fucking, como dijo mi mamá, como pinches gallinas sorrentas and shit everywhere. We're trying to get things rolling. Like people are coming. Like the party must go on. There's no bartender.
Yeah.
There's no bartender. And I'm like, what the fuck is going to happen right now? I think I didn't want to ask you, or I think I did. Because I don't know if you were going to be like, I'll bartend at this point. Like,
no,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
so I messaged the person the night before. And
to confirm.
Yeah, to confirm. And there was no response. So I was like, oh, they're probably working. So that's fine. So then the day of, I sent out another message. And they don't reply. And that's when they didn't reply then, I was like, I don't think I'm going to have a bartender.
I just feel like
but
people
I was like,
said something, Cynthia.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, that's fine. Maybe they're caught up with life. They'll just going to show up because they have the address. They have everything. There was no like, hey, I'm sorry, I can't make it.
The only thing that was weird about that day was the rain.
Yeah.
Not the energy. Like everything was fine. So I felt some type of way and I was just like, what now? But
yeah. So then
every problem there's a solution.
Yeah. So then my compadres get there. And my compadres pull up with my cousin and their friend. And I'm like, you two. You guys are my designated bartenders.
Chosen ones.
Yeah, they were the chosen ones. And I honestly, God, I was like, if the quinceañera would have been outside, bro, perfect. I would so organized. I took my little fucking, ¿cómo se dice?
Your bag?
My bag. Envelopes labeled.
Yeah.
Everything. Envelopes labeled who was going to get
Cynthia was so check. Organized. Like, she was so organized.
Yeah.
Everything was, I'm telling you, everything was in containers. Everything was like,
where
decorations. Yeah. It's just like, it was placed outside. So when we started bringing shit inside,
everything got like fucking
everything got fucked up in the mix. And then I got the mom leaving because she should to go change.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I step up now. And I'm like, aquí, ahí está bien. Oh, así está bien. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I really didn't care anymore. I when I was there, people were telling me, like, how close do you want this? Where do you want Julisa's table? And I was like, I don't care.
I don't give a fuck. At this point, like, we did not give a fuck.
If she doesn't get a chair or a table, that's fine. Like, she could sit with me.
So, shout out to our cousins because they hooked it up. I did not. The whole night.
Me too. I did not step foot inside.
In the bar.
I was just like, pass me this. Give me this. Like from the
door. At all. But
yeah.
I heard it was a great service and people were very much lit and they had a great time.
Are they 21? Yes, they are.
Who needs to know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Are you FBI?
you federal? So I'm just like, that worked out. We didn't step into the bar because we were busy doing A, B, and C. And that was that. But that I did feel something about that.
Yeah.
So then what's the other part? The
comida or what?
The food. Yes, we'll talk about the food and then like your candy setup.
Oh my goodness, I had.
And you thought we were done?
No, I had a message a company for the snack cart. 2 companies told me that they were already booked. They weren't available for that day. So then I had my uncle build me a snack cart. Yes, I was that mom, fucking dramatic as hell. And I had my uncle build me a snack bar, and I bought everything for it. But that day I was so drained. I was so drained that the thought of me, because I was the only one that fucked with that idea, the thought of me having to refill everything once it ran out, I was over it.
And to be honest, like, I wouldn't have known where to put it inside the cochera.
And I already had...
all our corners were taken.
I had my bottles of chamoy, my bottles of Valentina, my bottles of Valentina, chamoy, limon.
Like everything snacks.
Yeah,
like everything
in a container.
You would think you would put it like in a snack or like it was there.
Cacahuates japoneses, tamarindos, dulces de mango. It was
Valentina.
It was a whole thing. Like hachitos, takis, regular chips. Everything was like in this container ready just to be pulled out.
Fucking go, bro.
But I was like, and my uncle did come up and he's like, mija, ¿dónde vas a poner la mesa? And I'm like, ahorita la voy a poner. But because I was so drained and just, I was thinking about that. I was like, once these snacks run out, I have to keep on restacking.
But keep in mind, Cynthia's busy doing baile sorpresa, la introducción de Julissa, fucking el vals, like
La última muñeca,
like things. The itinerary has to go on. And shout out to the DJ. He is on point.
We
had to stall a little bit. We had to stall a little bit, and that threw him off. And I had to go and be the mediator because, you know, we had to, because of the time that we started later. Yeah. Things had to just adjust a little bit.
And then me and for the baile sorpresa, me, Julissa, and Louis were getting ready.
Yeah.
You guys, if you guys haven't already, go to Chingonas Instagram. Diana went live for the baile sorpresa.
And I remember to go live because I had told you guys so many times that we were gonna go live if we hit this many followers. Yeah. So we did, and I was just like, holy shit! Like in the midst of it all, like, you know, Dorado pulled up, and everybody was like, oh my god, like who's paying? And I'm like, but wait, but like even that, like we were just still trying to shut up everything, like right, like we make sure like they're good, the system's good. Obviously, we're inside a cochera, like que se oye bien el sonido, like it was just like a lot.
Yeah.
So, with that, I think what else happened?
No, that was just it. That was just it. It was we had a whole horse show in between while me and
the horse, and then the horses got special. Oh, the lighting was hurting their eyes and wasn't able to dance, and then we had to turn off the lights for the DJ, and then it just little stuff like that we're like, we didn't think about this, like this wasn't part of the plan.
Eso no estaba en el itinerary.
Yeah, so we just had to make it work. Ya se vino el tiempo de la comida, right? So we're obviously sirviendo and stuff, and everybody literally gets a
plate.
And everybody se pone en línea.
It's buffet style.
Buffet style.
Yeah, and my mom comes up to me and she's like, ¿cuántas charolas de esto ordenaste? And I'm like, this. She's like, no te mandaron esto, and I'm like, what?
For the first time, I think I basically catered, right? Because our parents are always cooking and in charge of the food. They know how to do it, and it's fine. Cynthia did not want that the day of, and shout out to another friends of our family, so they hooked it up. But I guess they forgot to pick it up.
Yeah, they forgot to send an extra charola, and they didn't want us to worry.
Right,
they're family friends, so they don't want us to worry, so they didn't let us know. But it wasn't like we're like, wait, where
something's
is it?
Missing. Yeah.
But. Thank God we had I thought the camera stopped.
I know, I was like, what?
Thank God we had a lot of food left over, but me and my mom decided to cut the food because people were coming up to me and they were like, "Can I take this to go?" And I'm like,
I think we're very much used to like having the food all night, which is cool. But we were running late, and we're
in a rancho.
We have
to heat this up in a microwave that is potentially not heating up.
Ay,
Even though-
polvo, ay, desmadre. And Julissa still has to do A, B, C, D for the the audience and stuff. So, like, we need to cut this food.
Yeah, because if you ask for
buffet
another
style
plate,
now.
if you ask for another plate, you're gonna ask for tortillas, and it's just
Yeah.
gonna keep us.
It was just going.
Yeah, it's gonna keep on going. So then,
I think it looked kind of rude, but it didn't look rude to us because we knew that even
Ya
the
todos
DJ
habían
knew.
comido.
Yeah, la gente ya había comido, pero we had to go. I was holding the itinerary like it was my fucking ID and shit at the club. Like, I was looking like, oh, at esta hora, y esta hora. Y luego, obvio, llegó la música and people want to dance.
Yeah.
People want to enjoy the night. Like, it's already fucking raining outside. Like, let's make the best out of it.
Yeah.
So we stuck to it. I know people were coming in a little bit later. Maybe they had different, like, parties to attend and stuff like that. Perfect. But the comida, respectively, it was set to be from a certain hour.
No, and then if people that did show up later, when I greeted them, I'm like, you know what, la comida está allá. Si gustas pasar a servirte, like, you're more than welcome. But it's just, I was kind of over the let me cater to you because
Cynthia didn't have time to cater.
Yeah,
Cynthia had just time
like,
to
let me bring you your plate. Let
to
me
go
bring you
change for the
tortillas.
surprise dance, which I had no idea about.
Yeah.
So that happened, and then I think we just like Dorado came and we just like made the best out of it.
Yeah, once Dorado started playing, like, my stress level was down. I was like, that's it. This is the end of the night. I'm going to enjoy it because I stressed the whole morning. I'm done with it. So then I was like, that's it. Like, I'm going to enjoy the night. I'm going to enjoy
the itinerary was done, and it was basically like free time. Like, we had a recess. Like, that was it. But keep in mind, Cynthia and I didn't eat. Like, Cuñado didn't eat either, huh?
No, he ate a little bit with mom.
Did Julissa eat?
Julissa ate.
I don't think me and you ate.
No. And then I was at the point, I hadn't ate anything but a half a cheese Danish and the coffee from Starbucks that we got during hair and makeup, that I was so disgusted by food.
Yeah.
Like, I took a...
Es que estabas como nerviosa and shit.
Yeah.
Like, asqueada. Es que uno andaba madres, güey.
Yeah. Louis got me a little plate of cold salad.
Yeah.
And I was like gagging. I was like, I can't.
I know. And then, like, come cake time, like, we just started cutting that Costco cake.
Costco cake. Everybody
like,
asking me,
nothing.
it was Costco cake. Julissa got her own cake. And Julissa cut that cake in the house.
The next day.
Yeah. The night of.
The night. I guess I was so
At 4
tired.
in the morning.
I was so tired. I think, I'm just going to say that. Like, I found a corner in your house.
And that's where you...
And I went to sleep with my dress.
Yeah.
With my makeup on, with my hair full of hairspray. Like, I woke up how I went to sleep.
Yeah.
It was like 4. What time was it?
We got home at 4.
Yeah, it was 4 a.m. and I was so tired. No había comido. I think the only thing that helped me out that night, which I did for the same thing for our sister's quinceañera, was Suero.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I was drinking. I drank 2 Sueros that night. I was chugging it like it was gonna fucking give me like fucking Super Mario points and shit. I swear to God.
Yeah.
And that was it. I found a corner in Cynthia's basement and I just knocked out. I knew people were upstairs. People were still going on. Like, you know, I guess she cut her cake and I was like, I need to sleep.
Yeah.
I need to sleep now.
Okay, so we're gonna, like, this episode is never gonna end because there were so many details in the...
You had to be there.
Yeah, you had to be there. So basically, an hour into this, you had to be there.
That's what happened.
No, but this is what happened. Everything turned out great. I am so grateful for each and every person that showed up because it was a drive from north side of Chicago to the south side of Chicago. Wherever you were, it was a drive.
No, everywhere.
It was a drive.
Even
out
California,
to be honest. So I do appreciate each and every single person that showed up. One of our subscribers, the manager, got invited. She couldn't attend. Shout out to Letty. We invited Letty because I had this conversation with you before. I was like, do you think I should invite her? Like, you know, like, she's going to be like, who the fuck are you? You know?
Fuck are you?
Like, ¿para qué voy a ir a esa pinche fiesta? You know? No, no es cierto.
De rancho and
yeah,
shit.
Literal.
Con polvo and shit.
But I really, like, I was like, oh, like, you know, she's been so supportive and this is a time for her to meet the pod fam, which she supports through too. And I decided, like, fucking, like, I don't know why, it was like, biting my nose and shit, like, oh, I'm gonna invite her. So I invited her. She had a wedding that day. She couldn't attend, but I did want to like throw that in that I invited her because I don't know, she's so supportive. She's so sweet.
She's so supportive to all.
She's the only person to have Chingonas merch.
She really does. Damn.
Yeah.
We need merch.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get it. So then
here's a list of people that helped out.
Yeah. So, starting off with la familia Vargas, muchas gracias a la familia Vargas por prestarnos su casa. Everything was great. Thank you so much, Betty and Roberto, and obviously the Vargas sisters, Miranda and Sofia. Thanks for all your help, la familia Vargas. My compadres, Tony and la comadre Amparo, they helped me out so much that night. Thank you guys so much. Obviously, my bartenders, JC and his friend. I don't know names. I don't know his name, but shout out to my bartenders. Shout out to mi tío Pancho that made me the table, the snack table. Like,
do you have a picture of it?
Yes, I do.
Should I insert it right here?
I'll send it to you so you could put it. It was my snack table that he made. He was so
personalized.
He was so cute about it. He made out a drawing and everything. She was showing me how that was coming out. Shout out to mi tío Hugo that let me borrow all the linen. Yeah. All the linen. The table lady, I don't know her business name, but la señora Socorro. I rented the tables with her. If you guys have questions about that, message us. I have access to Instagram now. For sure. Shout out to PNP Events for the 360.
That show's badass.
Shout out to Checo. Off the bat, he was one of the first people that I reached out to because I wanted the 360 so bad. He wanted to gift that to Julissa, which I allowed. And I was like, thank you very much. I appreciate that. But I still he took a partner with him. So I was like, you know what? Like it's not much, but like, let me give you something because that 360 was full of sand, mud.
Very much so.
So I felt really, really bad, but I did what I could and I a little quick pay him. And then shout out to Photo Booth Memory Photo Booth.
That was also a hit.
That was a hit.
That was our memories because we didn't have a photographer.
I mentioned it. We didn't have a photographer. But like everybody saying it.
Everybody loved the photo booth.
Memory Snap _ photo booth on Instagram. Shout out to Manny for that. I also had a little scrapbook. Julissa thought about this idea where it's like the people that were taking the pictures would print out an extra picture and glue it to this scrapbook and write her a little message. Yeah. So that was really cool. Like Julissa, that was her memory for Julissa to keep. And shout out to Memory, to Manny from Memory Photo Booth, Memory Snap Photo Booth. Yes. That allowed me to do that. Shout out to
music.
Obviously the AMG family, DJ Whopper, you fucking rocked. You rocked ever since planning the baile sorpresa. I sent them a list of the music that I wanted, the times that I wanted, and I switched it up 2 times on him because my dancers were not dancing.
Yeah, it's okay though. They dance that day though.
I know that I haven't really opened up about this so much, but my husband does have anxiety. He has social anxiety and he has depression. And it's like, it's very hard for him to stand up in the middle of people and do a dance. So I was trying to keep it as short as possible for him not to freak out because he really wanted to be a part of this. Nobody forced him to do it. Julissa asked him, can you do the surprise dance with me too? And he's like, yeah, but it depends what. And it was stressful because I was our choreographer. Yeah, I was doing that. And so I kept it as short as possible. I had to cut down. I had to switch the song. So shout out to Whopper. He was very flexible with that. He's like, no, I'm here for you. Like I'm working for you. Like you let me know what you need to change, when you need to change it, and by when, and I will get it done. And he did. Like it was like I would message him in the morning, like, hey, can you take this out? Hey, can you shorten this out? And like within 2 hours, he was already back. So make sure to fucking book him for your parties. You have to. He's a fucking vibe and he will keep you on time. Everything. Your schedule is going to be scheduled with him. Shout out to Dorado Show. They outdid themselves.
Everybody was so happy.
Yeah, my dad was happy.
Time. Yeah, everybody had a good time. Like the music was a vibe. And like people were like, oh, but why are you guys playing that music or whatever the fuck? Like who gives a fuck?
We
It
fuck
was
with
a
it.
vibe, and everybody had a great time.
Yeah,
and that's,
yeah.
it is what it is.
I know Juanito was a little under the weather, but he pulled through and he came, and I really appreciate that. Thank you. You guys fucking rock like always. And it goes to show, like, the 2 days after the quinceañera, I'm at fucking Vallarta looking.
And I think I saw him too the weekend after.
Yeah. So shout out to Dorado.
The sonido was perfect. Everything was fine. Like, everything sounded really good for being indoor.
Georgie Castañeda with the sound, of course. AMG family, once again, I got my sound from AMG. So DJ, sonido, and Banda Dorado Show. AMG, shout out.
I'm gonna tag everybody
Make sure,
in the description below.
Yeah, make sure you guys check them out. Shout out to Carlos for, like, pulling through, like,
he attended too.
Yeah, he was there too. Shout out to Carlos. Who else? Okay, that's the vendors.
The cake.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, shout out to Imelda's Cakes. Imelda pulled through because my daughter was like, I don't want a cake. And then I was like, but you should have a cake. We talked about this in an episode. Like my mom was like, what? You're not going to have a cake? And I'm like, I'm going to have a cake for her. So I decided to have a cake for her. And I sent Imelda a message. And she's like, yeah, dude, I'm down. Like, I'll do it. So shout out to Imelda's Cakes out in Bolingbrook. That she did an amazing job at recreating.
I had a piece of cake the next day.
Yeah, recreating the cake that I had sent her. So
it was badass.
Shout out to Imelda's Cakes. I appreciate it 1000. Super, super good. Make sure to check her out. And the food we got from De La O, Restaurante De La O. It's a store and restaurant, De La O. Is it like Restaurante De La O? De La O.
In Mendota, Illinois.
Yeah, in Mendota, Illinois.
The food was great. Everybody the salsas, everybody was like, oh my God, it's so good. It's so spicy. Like, just perfect. I think, to be honest, I think we can all agree they're the closest that it seems like it's that's cooking.
Yeah,
right?
That made the food.
They made the food.
Yeah. Shout out to them. As far as vendors, I think that's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
I'm like, yeah.
Shout out to the people that helped out. Obviously,
the
day of.
Yeah.
All of Diana's friends. Shout out to Komai. Komai, I don't know at one moment, but I glanced up and I see this girl on Go just throwing
Komai and
linen.
Belen.
Yeah, like, but I'm telling you, like, that moment, like, I just glanced up and Komai's like throwing the linen. So shout out to Komai. Shout out to Belen's family. Thank you guys so much. Oh my God! Now that I just said Belen's family, Berry Decor.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. Elizabeth.
It's okay. A lot of things happened that day.
Elizabeth.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Again, Julissa did not want decorations, and I wanted to go with her plan, but I was like, no, I want when the padre is doing the blessing, I want it to look okay. I want it to look cute. I want it to have a background. Mm-hmm. So then, she made me a beautiful flower
really
arrangement.
Beautiful.
It, like, people were asking me if it was flores naturales.
I know it looked naturales.
It was beautiful. So shout out to like, I want to get her actual name.
I don't know. I'm gonna tag everybody to see what was like who was there, the vendors and stuff like that on our description below. So do not worry. Shout out to everybody that obviously was helping out the day of.
Berry_creative_decor on Instagram, but Diana's gonna insert it. Shout out to everybody that helped, my friends, my family, my guests. Obviously, I'm so sorry. Like, things happen and we try to make the best out of it. Everybody that helped out, I'm really, really appreciative.
Everybody that was coming in with a chair legit to sit down in your table, like,
te ganas el cielo.
For real. Like, you legit clean your table and your chair that's not wet anymore.
Yeah. Shout out to my cousin Mirna and Liz and their family that made it out from California.
Facts.
Shout out to them. Shout out to my boss, bro. My boss got me the manteles and she hooked it up. Like, she's like, dude, like, I'm going to give you my price. Like, this is how much you're going to pay. And I'm like, a whole new world. Let me throw another
and
party.
Contact Cynthia if you need that because they don't have a social media, but
they
have the hookups if you call them.
Yeah. What else? I think that's overall. Shout out to Costco Sam's Club, obviously, for all
sponsoring.
that. Oh my God. The lady from Tony's. Let me tell that story really quick. So
I wrote it down.
The sodas are in special in Tony's, and I'm like, then we need to go buy sodas because the sodas are in special. And we get up to the register. We're gonna pay really quick because the camera's gonna fucking die on us. But we get to the register. We're gonna pay, and the lady's like, it's 200. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, here's my card. And then the lady at the bagging part, she's like, wait a minute, no, it's not it. That's not the price. You get it fixed. So shout out to the lady that like she pulled through at Tony's in North Riverside.
Her name was Veronica.
Saludos, Veronica.
Saludos, girl. We knew we were gonna message you. We had to do the Quince episode update. Yeah.
So shout out to her because she saved us a fucking buck.
A lot.
Yeah. She was like, no, that's not the price. Absolutely not. So then shout out to her for helping us fucking save money. Shout out to my coworker Victoria. Like Victoria put in work too. Like that girl was leaving the rancho sudada. She was like, we're all putting in work in this. So shout out to her. Really appreciate it. Shout out to you, sister. I love you so much. Oh my God, I'm gonna get emotional.
You're not that emotional one here. You're welcome.
Shout out to you.
I'm like, I love you, but the camera's
dying. Shout out to you, sister. Thank you for always helping me. I love you. I told you when your kids fucking turn 15, bro, I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
Heard it here first.
Shout out to my family, my kids, each one. Like I put them through hell because it was like I was on stress mode my whole life. My whole summer was quinceañera planning.
Our parents, our nieces and nephews.
My kids were just like, okay, we're gonna do this. When I was practicing the baile sorpresa, they were like, no, I don't like this. No, I don't like that. Pull that to the side. Do this. Do that. Shout out to my family for fucking putting up with my crazy ideas. Shout out to my parents for always helping me.
My sister-in-law.
Bitch, hold the fuck up.
The camera's gonna die.
No, it's not. We got time. Shout out to my parents, my brothers, my brother and my sisters, my niece Brianna. Thank you, babe, for helping me. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Everybody that helped. Thank you so much. Your suegra.
Shout out to my suegra.
Shout out to Diana's suegra.
For real.
She helped out. She helped out so much too. Shout out to her. Everybody, like I cannot thank the Familia Vargas enough because I was like, I don't have this. Can you help me with this? My son has an allergy. Can you give me this?
Betty was like 100 points.
So shout out to Betty. I'm so sorry for all the molestias. I hope that God repays you 10 times more.
He will.
Yeah. So overall, it was a great time. If you're thinking about doing a quinceañera or not doing a quinceañera because of the money or for whatever, message me. But no, just do it because money comes and goes. But all these memories, bro, we're gonna have it, good or bad.
We'll never forget
Julisa's quinceañera, and it was a time to bring my family together, and it wasn't a sad time. Because you're here one day and you're not the other, and it's like, make the best out of it. Just if you're thinking, should I or shouldn't I do a quinceañera, do it under your budget. Because my quinceañera was done under my budget with whatever we had without having to have padrinos. Nobody put in 1 penny into my quinceañera except the Familia Vargas that obviously hooked it up with the rancho, and my parents. My parents donated, sacrificed a goat. But aside from that, I promise you, this is possible under your own budget. Whatever you want to do, your kid is going to appreciate it. Just do it.
That's it.
Just do it. That's the episode.
That's the message.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for all the love and the support. This is the quinceañera recap. I know it's longer than our usual videos, but that's it. No more quinceañera talk. It is what it is. If you were there, you know what happened. If you weren't, guess what? Te lo imaginas, porque what we're telling you did happen.
Yeah, we're going to try to insert some pictures. I'm going to send some pictures to
I'm going to send some pictures towards the end, respectfully, of what happened, the quinceañera, and just cute memories and stuff like that. Yeah. But then shout out to everyone, once again, that helped us out that day. Shout out to just everybody that helped out, the vendors, the family, the friends, the boyfriends, everybody, like even I think our brothers-in-law and stuff, and everybody in-law. But thank you guys so much for the love and the support. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and message Cynthia if you're planning quinceañera, because she's very organized. Just make sure it doesn't rain that day.
Yeah, have it indoor.
Always have a plan B, and guys, until the next time,
and fuck the bartender.
Bye.